I was skeptical with some of the picks and what they were trying to do. But once they went ahead and got CJ West, I sort of started to see the vision that they had. So overall, I liked the draft. The offensive line didn't really address that too much. Got some guys later. Can't completely put that all in the Niners, though. We don't know how their board was. There was 2 tackles that were taken right before their pick, so can't really blame that on them too much. You don't really know what their board was or anything. But overall, my biggest issue, and I think it's sort of the thing that everybody sees, is the Niners draft board seems to be independent of all the other teams and all the other organizations. Sort of their draft grades for their prospects, they might be, a round or 2 higher than like another team. So they
Yeah.
reach for a lot of players, and overall, I think that hurts them.
Right. It's like, it's great to have a draft board that's specific to your scheme. It's great to know that Nick Martin is going to be, more valued by you than other teams, but it's also good to know where other teams value these players so you can trade up and down. And the Niners don't do that enough. They'll trade up for a player that Kyle wants to have. Like they'll trade up for a running back. But it's like, how about instead of taking Alfred Collins at 43, you trade back and take him at 60? Or how about instead of taking Nick Martin at 75, you trade back and take him at 85? Because you probably could have.
Right. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were lucky. If we're being honest, we're lucky that they got CJ West where they did. I think 9 times out of 10, he goes before their pick. So
did you notice that after the draft, like when these players were interviewed, PrizePicks is sponsoring the Cohn Zone this year. PrizePicks is the leader in daily fantasy and the best place to win cash while watching sports. And the best part about the app is it's really easy to use. To create a lineup, all you have to do is pick more or less on a few players' stats. I'm a Niners guy. So when I'm doing PrizePicks, I'm looking, the last couple of years, I'm looking at Deebo Samuel because I know Deebo Samuel better than Deebo Samuel knows Deebo Samuel. So if it's like drops, I'm taking more. Or if it's like punches thrown towards his long snapper on the sideline during the fourth quarter of a game, the 49ers will go on to win. I'm smashing more because I know the 49ers and I'm a PrizePicks guy. Now, maybe they didn't have those exact plays, but they have so many plays that'll make your head spin. And you can play PrizePicks in over 40 states, including California and Texas. Best part about it is the new user offer. PrizePicks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. So win or lose, you'll get $50 just for playing. That sounds like a win to me. Use promo code COHN, COHN, to claim your $50 today. Tell them Grant sent you. They were like, so did you have a feeling that the Niners were going to pick you? A lot of them were like, yup. I had a real feeling. Like the interview with the coaches went really well. They were telling me their vision for me in the defense. I think when you let coaches have this big of a say on drafting, they're inevitably going to like fall in love with certain players that they feel are perfect fits for their scheme. And I think the teams that are the best at drafting don't necessarily do that. Like they'll draft players and like sort of force the coaches to make it work, like tweak your system. And if you don't, we'll fire you. Like I think that's kind of how it goes in Philly. Hy Roseman's like, I'm taking the best players. And if you can't figure out how to coach them, I'll find someone else who freaking can. So make it work. But that's not how the Niners do business.
Yeah, I also think it's interesting that, they don't really want to take any players with any character concerns, which is understandable. But Mike Green was there in the second round. And for the value, it's not a first-round pick. It's a second-round guy with really high upside and production. So if I was in the second round, I would have gone out and got Mike Green. But the Ravens got him, and I think that was a great pick.
Yeah. Not surprised that the team that has Justin Tucker drafted Mike Green. I wonder if Justin Tucker gave his personal. He's like, yeah, I like that pick. Good pick. I bet him. He's a good guy.
Yeah, that's funny stuff.
Would you have picked Mike Green?
Yeah, absolutely. In the second round, maybe not a first-round pick, but in the second round.
I'd like to know what teams know about him. I'd like to know what they know because I don't think we know the full story. They don't know the full story either.
Sure.
But yeah. Anyway,
all right, that's all I got.
Because what they could have done, they could have taken Kenneth Grant in round 1, Mike Green in round 2. Instead, they took Michael Williams in round 1, Alfred Collins in round 2. It'll be interesting to see how those careers kind of pan out.
Yeah, I mean, they got some bigger guys, so definitely bigger along the D-line this year than last year. and got some run stoppers up there, and hopefully some pass rush can develop for Mikkel and Collins.
Make this your best season yet with nutritious 2-minute meals from Factor. Eating well has never been this easy. Just heat up and enjoy, giving you more time to do what you want. Get outside instead of prepping and cooking indoors. Factor meals arrive fresh and ready to eat, perfect for any active lifestyle. With 45 weekly menu options, you can pick gourmet meals that fit your goals. Choose from Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and more. Factor powers your day with satisfying breakfasts, on-the-go lunches, premium dinners, and guilt-free snacks and desserts. It's easy to savor more this spring. Factor meals factor in the flavor with none of the fuss. Get started at factormeals.com/cone50off and use code cone50off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's cone50off at factormeals.com/cone50off for 50% off plus free shipping. Doesn't it seem like the Niners built their defense specifically with the Eagles in mind? Like, we have to stop that run game. So here, we're going to draft the biggest D lineman we freaking can. 3. Now we can match up with the Eagles.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Maybe they think they're going to be in the NFC Championship game this year. Maybe they think they're going to be really good.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be interesting to see, especially with our run game. I think our run game is going to be better this year. Hopefully Christian's healthy. Hopefully it's running back by committee this year. I don't see that happening. But, who knows? If Kyle feels like his job is on the line, he might feel pressured to switch things up and rotate backs. But I don't see him doing that. As long as Christian's on the team, I think he's getting 90% of the snaps at tailback.
To me, that's such a mistake, though. Like, you invest in this guy, you know his age, you know what he's coming off. If you run him into the ground by giving him all the making him pick up all the tough yards in September and October, that's a fireable offense. Any idiot can tell you how to use Christian McCaffrey in 2025. It's like 10 to 12 carries, and most of them are outside the tackles and some targets. And you give the tough yards to the running back you just freaking drafted out of Oregon, who did that. He was in a timeshare with Bucky Irving at Oregon, and he was the Thunder, and Bucky Irving was the Lightning. That's how it should be. Those two guys splitting carries, not Garendo.
Yeah, sorry, same thing with same thing. I mean, I look at the Lions. I'm here in Michigan. The Lions are huge around here, so naturally I watch them quite a bit. And Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, I mean, they don't think any less of one another because they're splitting snaps. No, you're helping one another. It's a team sport. It's not a me sport out of anything. So when you're able to divide those carries, it helps the whole team. It's not just like individual accolades that are important.
Good call. Well, thanks for calling in, Trevor.